Got a lot of green going on here. Lots of green. Well, hello everybody. It is Tuesday night, and we're going to do a build on a 16. Been prepping it. Takes a little bit of time doing all the prep work, but said there's a lot of green. Looks good. You guys are going to see it from till I quit. So this is the layout. So I'm going to say welcome everybody. I'm going to build this RF deck. 16 transistor unit. And this one here I'm building for the upper part of the sideband. Oh, the guy kind of wants it midway, so more or less going to be tuned on the regular 1 through 40 for the most part. I got to split the difference because the guy wants to run up down below channel 1 and above channel 40. So we'll get her tuned up. I'll be doing some testing. So that said, hello to everybody. If you are new and you're just cruising past over there on YouTube and you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe and hit the notifications on that. And the guys over on Facebook, what's going on Facebook? So 2 platforms. I actually finally got this one running pretty good. Got my truck kind of running pretty good. Pretty happy with that. So now I get to sit down and relax, and I'm lucky to be able to do what I'm doing. So enjoy. I probably won't talk a whole lot. I just have a bunch of parts prepped out on this thing, and we're going to take and get this camera where you can kind of see what's happening. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to prep this board. It's just been painted. So when I take the time to prep a board, I prep the board. You can see they don't leave no edges anywhere. It's nice and smooth. So this is a standard board, 16 transistor IC manufactured, CBS 16. I take and do my own power strip stuff and make things my way. But again, it's a kit. It is not even a kit. It is a cabinet, a universal cabinet at that. So you can do multiple different units in the same chassis. Great chassis. I like it. It works out. It's a good size, not too big, not too small. Leaves enough room to take and put some nice big relays in there and etc. The box size really hadn't changed in many years, and it's been consistent throughout other companies throughout the years that the box size for a 16 or a combination 8 or 12 or something normally stayed around here. But there's other cabinets out there that you could get if you're looking for bigger or smaller, or trying to fit too big of stuff in a small cabinet. Hate when that happens. I hate when I forget to turn on my soldering iron. So we're going to get this thing ready to go. We're going to show you all the way from the beginning. Not, if I have to sit through it, I guess you guys can sit through it if you choose to. So I have 16 transistors I have to mount. We're going to prep this board and start prepping. Need a couple more parts. Start prepping the build. Needed to get transistor strips and get these. So that's how my transistor strips look. Actually, I got these from Bill Curd, and you guys just look at. Nice. It comes right out the package, ready to go. Sorry, tin it. It works. Nothing wrong with it. All right, well, got a little noise going on in the background. Like I'm watching NASCAR or something. A rerun of NASCAR. So we're going to get this unit going. So I figured, you know, I could take in have a board prepped, have transistors in there. But I think what I wanted to do on this one is show you, the paint job is paint job. It takes me a little bit of time. But show you all the things that you have to go through for the most part. So I can't read my text, so good evening to everybody that's joined me on this live stream. If you're not a YouTube subscriber, go ahead and subscribe if you like. Hit the notification button and you will get notifications every time I go live. Platform I'm using right now is called Prism, and it's transmitting live stream on Facebook right now and YouTube at the same time. So pretty cool. All right. See how this thing's going to take some solder. It's got to be patient. I painted this yesterday, so I gave it a full day to dry. Oh, looks like she's going to go down nice. This is painstaking, I know. What's going on, Mr. Coyley? How are you, buddy? Just happened to look up at my screen. Someone's like, oh, you could put stickers on there and then paint it. No. Because you got to peel the stickers off. What's going to happen when your paint job goes with it? This is how I do it. Free ball that sucker the whole way. Nothing wrong with it. Toll collector in Texas. We've been hearing a lot of Texas lately. Louisiana coming in. It was late. I think a 108 in Texas was just talking a little bit ago. Channel 11. So it's just part of the process, man. Having to do all of this prep work. It takes me a little bit longer versus if I just did it over copper, I could probably just fly right through it. But you still have to do all the same stuff that I'm doing. At least you should be anyway. If you're one of those guys playing Don't Burn Your Left Hand. Look what I did. I got a peak meter breaker, peaker, tweaker. Yeah. Nothing wrong with peak. Just got to use it in the right applications, man. Don't make it your only application. Cool. Okay, where are we going back here now? Like, this board's still pretty soft. I can feel it. Fresh paint. Fresh. I've did many different types of designs on my boards and my front face vinyl stuff over the years, and to be truthful with you guys, I just do different things because I get bored doing the same thing all the time. So I like to do different things. It's nice. What's really cool is everybody enjoys who I'm doing the projects for. They kind of like just do whatever, man. It'll look great. Most projects turn out really good. Some projects better than others, but it's just, I guess it just catches you in the right mood. And that's speaking about mood, it's one of those things when I build, I just want to really be in that good mood to do it. Personally, I think you see it in the work because I'm enjoying what I'm doing. Quite honestly, no, it is not hard to do what I'm doing. See, I'm just letting solder iron do the work. Add a little solder and bingo. It's not hard. It's, you know, what's hard about this is sitting still and wait. Kind of like watching grass grow in the desert. But any way you go about it, you have to enjoy what you're doing. Because if you're not, man, go get a paper route. Work at Burger King. Do something different. Just enjoy what the heck you're doing, man. Took me a long time to understand that. Believe it or not. I got a lot of stuff to take care of for Louisiana, and it's coming up quick. I'm really pretty happy with what's going on with the truck at this point. I think I got it under control. I'm confident to take and drive it anywhere in the country, and that belt is not going to fall off. I promise you all that. So, all goes well, we'll be good. Alrighty. There's a one side done. Yeah, Joe, Philadelphia Eagles box. There's a lot of white here too. Yeah. It's green, white, and black. So yeah, that'd definitely be those colors for sure, bro. Yeah, solder does all the work for you. That flux just running, burning that stuff out the way. Move, get out the way, it says. So, D-Win, I have to thank you so much, again, helping me on this platform. He calls me up the other night, and it's a hidden button so you can take and write what you want to take and do your little widget pick for your Facebook or YouTube, I should say. It's right there, man. I was like, you've got to be kidding me. It wasn't even, it was hidden. But, thank you. So, now the video should be good, consistent. Be able to say what I want to do instead of having to go backwards. Thank you very much for helping me again. All I'm doing here is I'm just taking away, moving the bulk of the paint about where I want to see start to lay up, and that's all. Just kind of marking it. It's burning down through really nice, so pretty happy with that. Let's start here. Lord. Turn that TV up. So this is too deathly quiet in here. You hear some race cars going by.
See that there, right off the bat.
Okay. Back to it. Oh, he got in trouble.
Now I said it's somebody, it'll bite somebody. I didn't think that it would be Joey Logano, but that's pretty. He wasn't blocking anybody. He wasn't. I don't know. It's hard to tell exactly from that angle. Yeah. But I mean, it's.
We'll start putting this thing together momentarily. A few more joints here to hit.
It's also the easiest call that they can make. If it's not to the start-finish line and you're below the yellow line right there, you got to call it. It's a black and white call like that.
So a drive down pit road at pit road speed, and the pit road here is 3/4 of the way around the racetrack. Meanwhile, Ryan Preece on the option tire has gained 13 positions since the restart. Only car on the softer option tire right now as Byron leads Reddick, Berry, Bosar, and Hamlin.
Yeah, Ryan Preece is making up positions as quick as possible, and this is worst-case scenario for Joey Logano. With as long as this pit road is, he's got to get going and not go 2 laps down here as the leaders are starting to come off. He's headed into turn 1.
These holes almost are camouflaged because I'm looking straight down into the blackness of the carpeting or under the table. And I have to look really close to see the doggone holes that are really in front of me.
That's a black and white call. So when you look at that yellow line and you look at his
Red dots in a room in black, yeah.
but you give a little bit right there, Clint, and it's just then it starts opening up. They didn't give a little bit. They didn't give much. That's even.
Yeah, guys, I'm not really looking at my camera, but please post text on there, add to the comments. Say it looks like garbage. Stop doing this. Why are you doing that? It's ugly. He's doing ugly things, I guess.
So, Joey Logano trying to rebound. Ryan Preece marching through the field and giving everybody a demonstration on how fast the option tire is from fire off. He restarted 33rd. He's up to 13th.
Well, you're really getting a good look at the difference in lap time, but that grip, that mechanical grip that comes with those soft tires, it allows you to maneuver the car, and having that advantage in the speed just allows you to do things that looks like you're Superman.
Well, just look at that. It looks like so much fun until the roles reverse and everybody else is on them and you're not.
Well, we got to go 60 laps. We saw 14 of them there. Taking
All right.
from the first part of that run. So
Get to mount this thing.
looking to score some stage points right here. So now it's
What's up, 305? How are you? Let's put in some pills. Let's put in the pills. Holy moly, can't even control it. Let's put some pills in. Oh, Lord. Let's put those pills in. All right. Okay. Get this board kind of mounted down. Yeah, man. All right. All right, Angelo, be good, buddy. Just happened to look over my left shoulder there. What's up, 28? Professor. We're in Honolulu. 5 should be getting that unit any day now. I would think. Check on that here after I get done here. So if you're wondering why I didn't tighten up all these screws, because I want my board to move around a bit. I want everything to move around for I can get these transistors in good alignment. You didn't know that trick. Probably try it. So 2879, 24D08, 2879Cs, and see, this is why I do that. You see, we can move things around a bit. Now we're gonna get some heatsink compound. Start installing transistors. Pretty, huh? Great. Where's my juice at, man? Where you at? There you are. I'm gonna need some screws. One of those, remember when? Oh yeah. A lot of folks got a lot of those things that are gone. Dead. Alright, so we're going to install these transistors. Make sure you ain't got anything on your pallet. Clean and dry. There you go. So as you put your transistor grease, transistors, a lot of people do them a lot of different ways. A lot is not, more is not better. Promise you. You see that stuff caking out the side and you thought you just bit into a Twinkie? No. Looks something like that. Hey? Get the camera right. Look at that. That's a good amount. Then when I set it, push down and wiggle a little bit. I used to not even use this driver. I used to use a manual, totally manual. Did you notice I didn't crush down one side? I got it to meet to the chassis, and then I tightened it up. And I come over here and tighten it up. That's it. Thermal paste, oh yeah. Always use the white. I've seen guys use silver and whatever, and no, we just use the white stuff. It seems to last a long time. I've taken apart amplifiers that were very old. And if the amplifier was constructed with good thermal conductive grease, it would still be a little kind of liquidy. I've seen transistors come out and it was just nothing but chalk. And they were old, super old. Yep. So yeah, they take these units take a bit of time. Do the prep. Made all the transformers the other day. Wound up all the Teflon wire. You guys would never be able to guess how much Teflon wire. I'll show you here in a bit. actually takes just for wrapping this box. Just a Teflon wire to wrap it and do the B minus and the B plus, the input and output, and the combiners. You would not be able to guess that number. It's actually a pretty large number. What am I not? There they are. It's a big number. True. A lot of Teflon wire goes in one of these. I can't see what you're typing in there. Feet, many, something. I think you got a little torque screwdriver or something, I think you said. Well, after over 30 years of doing this by hand, I know exactly where they got to be. And if you've got a doggone screwdriver that takes 12 to 18 volts or more, guys like, oh, I got this little kitchen one, and when it goes it's tight. Yeah, you can use that, I guess. The funny thing is, other people use them, or you may use them and forget that you took it off of that clutch. You torque out a screw and you send it off. Yeah. I could probably say I haven't broke a screw off in a board, and I can't even tell you how many years. Long time. Yep. That dang old truck of mine, man, it give me the fits. Man. Start moving some more stuff around tonight. I was like, let me do a video. I think I got this thing now. Sounded like two cats under a hood fighting. I was about that close to going and grabbing my leasing bills in my rack and taking them off and put my leasing bills back on. Yeah, I was that close, but I think I got it stung now. I just got to get that manual tensioner rod that I want. If I can't get one from the supplier, then I'm just going to make my own. I will figure it out. I'm a pretty sharp guy. I really want to just install it. I don't want to sit there and fabricate something. I think I got it where I want it though now. I'm pretty happy with it. A little bit of time is all you can do. No way. A little oil on the threads? Well, here, let me show you something. Well, I'll get you the next one. All right. These decks, if you bought a heatsink, a CBS package, and you take the option of being drilled and mounted, these heatsinks are drilled with a number 38 drill bit. Then you can also buy the little self-tapping 440 Phillips head screws. They work nicely. I don't know if he was, I think he was tapping his transistor screws. I'm almost sure he was tapping them. Oh, you really want to go back and talk about transistor screws back in the day. Real deal. They built the dominators. And a lot of the guys did it. I've seen it happen over time. As you work on things, you see them. I used to have some, but they look like a baby little wood screw. Oh, yeah, they grabbed. They mess up a good hole, though. But if that's what they had, that's what they used. And I've seen it. And I've really literally taken them little wood screws out and replaced them with these screws, and they worked out fine. But yeah, the worst thing you could do to a transistor hole or a mounting screw is if it were drilled wrong and you had a bunch of material as you're pulling it in and it blew it out. So if you're using a self-tapping screw, the threads it cuts its own threads. Sometimes those would spin out, and that's a bad thing when you have a pill hole and amp's all built and it's been worked on so many times, or the screws when they were drilled, they weren't just perfect, and after you take the screw out a couple, 2-3 times, now all of a sudden it's stripping. Only chance you would have is a Hail Mary to get a longer screw, which I have them like up to 3/8 of an inch or something. But you can maybe take that longer screw and catch good material. In a hope. That's just a Hail Mary. And then I know you guys seen amplifiers I did where I literally colored a couple different, like pink or yellow or green or something, the pill head, the screw heads that hold the transistors down. Why did I do that? Because that designated that hole was messed up and it requires this long screw to go there. So if you ever come across an amp like that, I normally mark them, because they're definitely not trying to hide it from anybody. Hey, there's a problem here, and I flagged it. So if somebody ever works behind me, they'll be like, why in the heck did he take the time and color this one screw? And it actually kind of looks cool, but because I'm marking it to let myself in the future, or the poor soul has to work on it next. Once he takes it out, he'd realize why, because it's much longer of a screw than all of the other screws in the transistor holes. So it's kind of one of my things I guess I do. So what I am going to do for you guys, just for you don't watch me stuff transistors all night, I'm going to do this one side, then I'm going to build it up. I'll build up to a certain portion, and then I'll stop and flip it around. So that way we get a little bit of smoke time. A little smoke time. Beautiful. So when I do the transistor tabs on the emitters, I just catch the edge. Let's see if I can turn this around. So I just catch the edge on this. So you see where this ends right here. Where am I at? See there? So I take this one and I go right there to the edge and I push down. Then it's about the same thing here. See? I don't like to see extreme bends on these because the junction points inside are pretty fragile. And mind you that there's no bridge over on this end. There's a bridge over there and it's quite strong, but they always seem to fall apart over on this side or this side. But regardless, I've seen them where the guy bent them almost straight down and then straight across. I'm like, oh my. So that's kind of just one of those things where it's just something I do. I'm just sharing it. This is the reason why. So, and doing it this way is actually very consistent. Because you don't want your solder to travel up and in under this cap or get around that cap, because what does solder do? It's going to go towards the heat source. So where's all the heat? Right up under that cap. Heat sink's under there too. But if you have too much solder coming building up and this thing starts drawing it in, bye-bye Lucille. She will leave you. She will leave you like a bad habit. So we're going to pop together one side here. Let's get the transformers kind of in play. So setting your gaps. You know, you seen I jammed them up here when I first put them there. And that's fine. But, again, if you soldered them correctly, you're not going to want solder all the way up there. So to be assured of that, if you back these off, and it gives you a future, for the guy in the future, has to take transistor out. He's not digging the heck out of the transistor strip and trying to get the transistor out, because you got it stuffed so close to the base of the transistor, or to the collector of the transistor as well, that you can't even get it started to come up off the board if you're trying to remove one. So probably wise to take and back the stuff off a little bit and do the same deal. Take your time, bend down the tabs, let it touch the material, and then you get them all in the same layout. Now everything's even, so it makes it really easy. As soon as you get some solder with one hand. Let's do this. Just need a couple tacks to hold this thing down. So that is the input side. You do the same thing to the output. Hands are a little cramping up today. Working them pretty hard. Same deal. Set a little gap. Let it breathe, man. Oh, and I moved it. So you can do it a couple ways. You can just get a couple down and then tag them. I think that's what I'm going to do. Output, it's a little different on pressure. Holding it differently. There we go. Still good and straight. There we go. These last little ones down here. There we go. I'm jumping around just a little bit because I'm just tagging a couple different areas first. You don't need a lot of solder at the beginning because you're going to be building it up throughout the build, so you don't have to go crazy and totally just like sink the transistors down for, they're like, oh, I got 9 ounces of solder on it already. Don't need to do all that. Love these strips. I can just roll right across them easy, quick. So just kind of a quick run over. I do this because it gives me a little bit of solder when I go to set my transformers, even though they're tinted. Gives me a little bit fresh material to bond to. Like I said, I'm just kind of doing a quick pass, nothing special. Attack a whack. These I have to sit and wait for them. And a nice even flow. So like I said, I just kind of tinted one area, so if I want this to be uniform, I have to burn a little more material out around the part that I'm working with. What's going on, Justin? How are you, buddy? Just happen to look over at my screen. So if you are a Facebooker, we're doing this as well on YouTube at the same time. So if you're sick of Facebook, you can always catch me over on YouTube. Or if you're a YouTuber and you want to go to Facebook, I'll be there too. Either way. Hit that subscribe button. Hit notifications. You get a notification when I go live. Most times I do go live, or any videos I actually would post you'd be able to see. Don't do a lot of pre-recorded stuff. I like to do the live. Do the live versions of everything. Live. Kind of hard to fake live, huh? Pretty easy to fake a video. If you wanted to do some fakes. That's right. Alright, we can set a couple parts in here and set some transformers up. There we go. All right. What do we have here? Let's get a mat here. Get the screwdriver and get this tightened up now. You know, all my transistors are locked in. I can lock down my ground board. Mm. Right. 44 minutes already to this point. Boy, I tell you, takes a little bit of time. All right. What are we gonna do here? The old 10 ohms in there. Here we go. I'll get a burn on these. excitement happens at this point. Sorry guys, it's a little boring for you. The media platforms don't let you play music and stuff in the background. They'll mess you all up. My YouTube on my up, my big stereo is down. The iPad is too old for YouTube. That's terrible. So I need to get another iPad. At least on there I could take and play Prime's music. Oh, sit still. Got nothing to rest my hand on. There we go. Mercy. Alright, I'm just gonna line these up real quick. Look good. Give it a little scratch. Give it a little starter scratch there. It'll work out. Kind of mark where I want to go. Green is pretty decent to work over. Yellow is pretty decent. It just really depends on how much paint's laying on there. I'll take and do my little. Wait it out, boys. Just gotta wait it out. So it is good weather up here in Jersey today, man. We hit like 70, 71, maybe 72, I don't know, 68. It was just gorgeous. So I didn't complain too much. I had to work on my truck today and I really enjoyed it. It's quite awesome. Ranger 123, what's cracking, man? How are you? All right, let's lay a couple transformers up here. These outputs up here. And get these guys installed. Some people use jigs. I just kind of eyeballed them all these years. Hell, I've seen people glue their transistor strips down. They're not going anywhere, man. I promise you. They don't fall apart. All the components hold them down. Oh, let's see here. Let's see if we can give you guys a little different view. See what happens to my phone if I do this. No, it don't follow. All right, I'm gonna give you guys a different view here in a second. There. Let's see. There you go. Cool. Look at it that way. I totally can't see my camera, but it's all right. Cool. Damn it, man. Hey, when that happens, I'm all upside down. There we go. Jeez. Good paint job. Didn't hurt a thing. Nada. I love it. Look good to me. Looks good to me.
Yeah, just remember the fuel window is about 92 to 98 laps. That's not there. You can make it to the end of stage 2, but that's asking twice the distance that anybody has run on those red option tires.
I like to look at them when I install them, so I keep on doing how I always do it. We're just kind of putting together one side, I guess. For now. Lost my comments when I dropped my phone. They're in there somewhere. Afraid to poke a button. Oh, buried up, man. That's the best thing about NASCAR when they wreck. Formula One's even better. All right. Cool, cool, cool. Well, since I'm sitting here looking at this side, I guess we'll... Yeah. We'll put this side together now. Let's see here. Where is the stuff? There you are. Oh, nobody's commenting, so leave it down for now. All right. Get these other transistors in here.
Yeah, and I don't think that the 54 really did anything wrong right there. They just squeezed together, but it looked like the 19 and
Nobody lifted. Nobody is willing to lift.
those wheels grabbed.
We did watch our man get working here.
Yeah, so watch this 7 and 19 right here. The 7 is going to be all the way up against the.
Boom.
Happens fast.
And now from Chase Briscoe.
Oh, these cars getting tore up right here. There it goes. Oh, hope you got your insurance paid up, buddy. Ooh, hit him again. Damn it.
Let's watch Shane here.
Oh, he just let go of the steering wheel across his. He took a hit and he just crossed his arms, let go of the steering wheel, and he let it go, man. Bang, bang. Damn. Yeah, he can do what he's supposed to, I guess. NASCAR. God. Phew. The windshield knocked out of that one. God. Crazy. Motorsports for you. You tear some stuff up. Any given weekend. Weekday. Crazy. Alright. Setting transistors in. Few more to go. I had a good car, I said. We wrecked it. I had a good car.
The way that those hits are there on the turn two. We saw the 54 car come off the track, and you heard Justin say right there, we tried to check out. He knew that there were 2 cars on the outside of it. Not sure if the 54 knew there were 3 on the outside. They all just squeezed into a tighter spot than would fit 4 cars.
So your leader is Christopher Bell behind the Chevy Corvette safety car.
Normally don't go live 2-3 times in a day, but there's a lot going on, and sometimes you just have to film it while you're doing it. So if you guys had missed a couple videos I did earlier today, really track back and catch them either on Facebook or YouTube. YouTube's 123 Built Chicago. I think if you're on Facebook, I link my YouTube to my Facebook, so you'd be able to go right to my YouTube page. Somewhere on my wall that thing is there. I have to actually go and look for that. I think you actually have to go into my information to see it, but it's all good. Pinky's doing a little better. Still quite swollen. Skin's peeling from when it swelled up so bad, so that's about as straight as I can make it. I think it's going to be kind of a normal bend all the time now. It's okay. At least I broke it somewhere it was really freaking beautiful and cool. I'll never forget it. Flipping turtle almost got us killed, Leadfoot. Not really. I just lost my balance. Flipped and lost my balance. Wasn't the turtle's fault. It's all good. Okay, one more transistor to install. A little bit goes a long, long, long ways with this stuff. Yeah. That away. Screws in here. There we go. Done with that one for now. These as well. get a couple tacked down and you're good to go.
Loose up underneath. Austin Cindric right there gathers the car up and loses a spot, or lets Kyle Larson get right up beside him. Hadn't said his name much today,
There
Clay.
you have it. Here he comes into the top 5, Kyle Larson. Always started 17th and restarted 8th. I'll tell you what's tightening up here, guys. This battle for the lead. Byron showed
Cool.
his outside line, moving around, got Bell in the mirror.
Yeah, well,
Didn't work that time, got too high.
yeah, well, you got a little bit high right there, but they pushed that groove up the racetrack. And we talked about William Byron earlier. He's been better at the beginning of these runs than Christopher Bell. So Bell can hold him off. We look for him to be better the second half of the run, like he has been the rest of the race.
Justin Haley checked and released.
For the most part, you just spend a lot of time listening to music, watching TV or listening to it, and I'm in autopilot.
In turn 1 and 2, you want to be able to, you have to be able to chase that groove. You can't just go in
Done this stuff way too long.
all day. You've got to be able to run the middle, you've got to be able to run the top, and be able to diamond that corner. Jamie?
Yeah, you guys mentioned Kyle Larson. He told you at the start of the show that he's just confused here what exactly it is that he needs. Well, the one thing he does know in the race so far, he hasn't had to have to lean on laterally, just lacking that lateral grip. They've been adjusting on it with some air pressure adjustments. Overall, though, he said the handling is decent.
Well, now he's going to watch Joey Logano just drive on by on those softer tires.
Well, all right, let's lateral grip. You hear us talk about that a lot on a flat track. Those rear tires just won't keep up with the front tires when the fronts move out from underneath them laterally.
Yeah, and this is a racetrack where we used to play a lot of games with the brake pads, and you'd actually, split the brake pads from left to right to be able to drive that car in the corner as hard as you can, and almost make the front end push, and then you'd work on the adjustment of the car to loosen that car back up to the center of the corner. But you'd split the hardness of the brake pads and make it so that one side was softer than the other. But we used to get super aggressive with the brake pad split here, Richmond, some of those places, especially in this next gen car.
We'll,
A lot of these guys talk about loose end, and I just wonder if they're not.
don't put a whole lot of solder in, just trying to hold everything in place.
Joey Logano moves to
And then
Denny Hamlin and Ross
you can
Chastain
set your transformers up.
have been trading paint, it looks like here.
Denny just kind of misjudged that just a little bit. It happened, especially on the exit of turn 2.
Well, in the middle of the corner, Chastain was keeping Hamlin way down on the racetrack.
Chastain?
Yes, that Chastain.
He's a hard one to pass. You know that when you approach that one car, you got your work cut out for you. No problem with that.
Now here comes Blaney after Chastain for 11th.
And another one that we expect to be able to move towards the front as the longer this run goes on. Ryan Blaney is pretty notorious for being able to run his car freer through the middle of the corner, not using much steering wheel, and that allows him to be really good on the second half.
Setting the transistors in.
Tighter.
Sorry guys, it's boring. I don't even know what to say. Just sitting here just soldering.
Still side by side there for you.
Listen to the NASCAR dealio on the TV.
And Joey Logano's picked up another spot. He's passed Daniel Suarez for 3rd.
Well, this long run with Logano on those reds, the softer tire choice of the day, will really give us a pretty much an exact indication of where the crossover point is going to be on those softer tires, evening out with the primary tires from today.
But watching these cars, everybody elected to have to, right? Not really elected, they just had to force their hand with track position, trying to overcome track position like Logano. 2 cars that haven't had to worry about that is Bell and Byron. They have the ability to keep those tires off of them till the time is right. They're the ones that are in the catbird seat. Everybody else is burning away. They're going to have 2 sets later.
Well, Reddick and Larson, I mean, they're
still in that group.
They're still in that group too, but most everybody around those guys, like you're saying, Kyle Busch, Denny Hamlin, Ryan Blaney, Christopher Bell, Byron, Reddick and Larson, those are the guys in the top 12 that haven't burned those reds up. So this is going to be a different game once those guys put those tires on.
Chase Briscoe checked and released at the infield care center. Here's your Xfinity fastest lap so far. William Byron and Joey Logano separated by about a tenth. Byron's lap 130.38 miles per hour. The driver
off with his pay windows open and it's watch. He's gonna be out of those
And
tires.
then, you know, everybody's probably wondering, well, how are the guys that have the faster tires don't have the fastest lap? That's because they haven't had the track position when they have those new tires. That fastest lap will change once these guys up front that have had the track position get the opportunity to put those soft tires on.
And credit to Logano, once he had to serve that penalty,
So just kind of, even though these are tinted, I'm just trying to
made the drive,
add a little solder to the edge here for
kept digging
transformers.
that stage on the lead lap, which put them in position to do what they do right now.
And those are going in now.
Captain Blaney, this is for 10th place. Kyle Busch just ahead of them.
And that's what you want to see right there. You see the 11 way up the racetrack, and you'll see Ryan Blaney able to, you know, stay tucked right on that white line or yellow line right there. And that's where you want to be. You see Kyle Busch down on the apron going up the track, and you're in the middle of the racetrack being able to cut through the center of the corner and back below that apron. That gives you the best option to put the throttle down when you don't have to follow that car in front of you. Same thing with Denny Hamlin.
So if you're still in here from the beginning, thank you for hanging.
Cut right underneath that apron.
The video is actually pretty long because it takes a while to build one of these things. It's not a 5-minute video,
A lot of options when you get
not
down
one
to
bit.
front two right there.
And for the lead, here comes Logano on the option tire underneath Christian Logano.
Well, that's what we expected. You know, we expected Joey Logano to drive with the lead. Now, the part that is the unknown that Larry's been talking about is how long will these tires last before they either fade to the point where the primary tires become faster, or do they just fall off to even, or do they blow out again like Michael McDowell's?
69 of 125 complete in stage 2.
Okay,
A big pile on there. 99.
that looks pretty good so far.
And it ended up cars headed for the garage.
I'll put 10 ohms on. All right, get these things in. Stabilize my hand. Keep on keeping on. Tell you, that Hawaii trip was just incredible. I still can't believe that it came and gone already. It's quite awesome. So, get to look forward to Louisiana next month, Easter weekend. And for sure, I am going to Joliet. I can see my son and grandson, grandkids, I should say, my family over there. Son and his wife, 3 kids. All right, I'll give this a little scratch here.
Joey Logano and Paul Wolf came up with an alternate strategy to everybody else where they switched to the softer optional tire and then marched through the field from lap 60 on, where they are now the race leader. And we're running laps half a second faster than the field. But now that Logano
maintain.
Still like the box they're in, being down a set of red options, but I think this is their only option, no pun intended, to go with.
Okay. Bring it up on Ross Chastain.
Like another car that's in that box that doesn't have the second set of red options.
So typically these boxes take a bit of time to build. Spend a lot of time prepping parts and making sure everything's right. And then you just have basically assembly and network tuning and you're good. Fire it up. Normally should take off and run really well. Sometimes you gotta tinker it a little bit, but keep your eyes open if you're not paying attention. You might miss something important. So I am going to take and get these prepped for termination. That's still a worm down there.
Well, to that point, Mike, I think that this tire option has given us more things happening for sure. And it's definitely added way more elements to this race than what we had last fall.
Jamie.
Weeks on track for Chase Briscoe, and Chase, your day ends early. How do you describe that big one that ended today?
Yeah, that was a day two crash meter. Just on that restart, we're all kind of 3, 4 wide.
Just making termination points for my transformers.
Down towards it, we were able to go to the tail and drove back up like so 13, so not really good amount of rest.
There we go. So these are all just kind of tacked in right now. So I put the 120s in and do some other stuff. So don't normally want to start yanking wires through this necessarily. I'm just prepping as it's facing me.
Good 3-car battle here with Suarez, Cindric, and Reddick. Reddick was running the outside, running down. Cindric pulled up and kind of blocked him, took his line away, slowed the momentum up. But these guys are getting after it. I like what I see here out of these 3 cars.
Well, Suarez and Cindric have done a great job of being able to hold on to that track position that they gained with those softer tires. And I think that's part of the hope that you have. You know that hope is going to be overruled as the other guys put the softer tires on. But for right now, they're doing a good job at keeping pace.
41 laps to go in stage 2. Today's aerial coverage provided by
Well, I guess while I'm doing it, I'll just keep doing it.
1925.
Do the inputs as well.
Got you right, not Glenn coming up. Where you gonna wait? They come over and told you. Where you going today?
I'm going to fly up in the air, Clint.
Boy, that's solid. That's really good intel from you.
I'm going to fly in
You're
the
gonna
air.
take the blimp up in the air.
I'm going to fly in the air, knocking it out of the park.
You're going to Darlington? You're going to
Darlington County.
Darlington County,
Let's help you.
Darlington,
You
Florida.
forgot where you're going.
I'm going to Florence. I had to think about it for a second.
Not the Speedway, the airport.
That's right. We're going to go to the Florence airport and fly into Goodyear Blunt.
I'll give you another indication. Joey Logano is maintaining the pace. He's using a lot less brake right now than Christopher Bell and William Byron at both ends of the racetrack.
Yeah, when you're in that tire savings mode, you lift a little bit sooner so that you can use less brake. That'll build less heat in the tires, slow that pace down,
Cool.
take a little bit of that lateral
Now,
velocity
set the rested inputs
so
in.
that you don't use the tire up as much. So he's in
Those, after I get those done, I can solder them all the way down.
But Christopher Bell is still running about a 1/10.5, 2/10 faster than the guys in third place.
All right.
And Daniel Suarez in fourth. I'll tell you, Cindric's giving Reddick fits. He was running down and was making it outside work. Cindric pulls up, takes the line away. All right, let me try you on the bottom. You know Reddick doesn't love the line of the racetrack. He took that channel away from him.
All right.
Look, now all of a sudden Blaney's right on him. And the reason that he's
Well, if you guys are just joining me, I'm not Chatty Susie tonight. I'm just putting the unit together, watching I think a rerun of a NASCAR race somewhere in Arizona.
So frustrating. But even if it was, you know Tyler Reddick when he's approaching you. If you look in the mirror 45 degree, he's going to the outside.
Wonderful.
Well, as they continue to scuffle for possession here, it's a nice cloudless Sunday in Phoenix. Why don't you just grab that volume knob and crank it up.
They said crank it up. Let's hear what it sounds like. Oh, I thought they were going to do the drive-by. Boom, 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 boom. That's always cool to listen to. You're just yakking on the microphone. Well, good to me. Let's set them. One last look. Set them. No, just sit there and just float the circuit. I've seen guys forget to do this, caused imbalances. Parts are barely soldered in. I don't know how it could get missed, but happens. I've seen transistors not get soldered down, brand new ones too, in fact. Forget to do a leg, build a whole unit and never see it. It's amazing. You can get a little snowblind. I suggest if you think you're getting tired or eyes are starting to tear, your hands are cramping up, kind of like what's happened to me. You should probably not continue. You'll still be there when you come back, promise you. I'm not really adding a lot of solder, just enough to get this circuit flowing. Float this trace out. You don't need very much, really, because you still have to add. We still have a couple more joints to add to this configuration of things going on in the circuit. So, and don't get too skimpy on solder. You need it there. It has to help you with your current. So keep that in mind. This side, I'll take and burn these bases in. All right, float this side now. Get it over here. Just float it. Let solder iron do the work. Not gonna move. Not going anywhere, man. Just waiting for you. And I do every other one because then I can always go backwards. Just like a typewriter. Back and forth, back and forth. So, how many of you guys planning to go to Louisiana would be my question. I'll be there. A lot of the crew will be there, and that's the place to be. D-Win said he's coming. Dancer's rolling down with me and Molly. Yeah, I'm bringing Molly. There you go. So that's all done. I don't do the outputs until I put the 120s in, so I'm doing those here in a bit. What do I want to put? I want to put this in. A couple of screws here. Okie doke. Put this in real quick. Get it out of the way. No sticky tape on this box. Everything is bolted in. Nada. Yeah, I spent a little time making a nice B+. It's got copper bus in here, bolted in. No hot glue, no sticky tape. Bolt it down. I get a kick out of people, the younger guys are building boxes and they're sticky taping stuff down and hot glue, and some guys are still hot gluing. They just never got it out of their freaking system. Seen a box today, I'm like, woo, look at that. Hot glue everywhere. Box got hot and the hot glue, what did it do? It just melted and started running away. I'm like, woo-wee, that's a beauty. Yeah, I think hot glue needs to be more for flower arrangements. You should go into flower arrangement, the fake flower arrangement business. You get 30 years, 25 years, 10 years experience in hot glue work. Sorry, man. I do a little twisting. Do a little twisting. Somebody will call me on that. Never fails. All right, so B+ is in. Inputs are fully in. I have to wrap them. Let's lay the 120s in here. And that's going to require a couple little things to do to these parts before that I can install them, but it should go by fast because I'd already cut them. So I just have to bend and tint at this point. and tint.
Yeah, you see Christopher Bell clearing his teammate Ty Gibbs there, the second place car. With Ty Gibbs, Aaron Jones battling for that lucky dog and trying to stay on that lead.
Pretty cool platform. Wow, this video's been rolling for an hour and 33 minutes, it says. All right. Well, really, considering what I have here done in front of you guys for an hour and 33 minutes is pretty decent. Wish that's all I had into this box so far, but I have quite a bit of Teflon work. Now, going back to that, the Teflon, I made a statement earlier. You'd never be able to guess how much Teflon wire goes into a 16 transistor unit. They give you almost the exact number to the foot or so. You're looking right about 60 feet of Teflon wire, just a Teflon wire in the box, and that's including the B pluses and so forth. Now, the 6 gauge I'm putting in here, there's 6 gauge real copper power cords coming out the back of this thing. It's almost not necessary to have that many. That's 6 gauge. I mean, she's a beast. But we're good, because on an 8 I use 3, on a 16 I use 6. It's all good. That's why I had these strips made. Actually, I had Bill Curd make these for me too. I sent out one that has a sample, and they kind of did it right, close enough. I have to do a little etching work here for what I wanted to do. That didn't work out, so they didn't get the memo. I changed something. But I still got a Dremel tool, and I'm not afraid to cut it up. So let's deal with it. That's how I deal with it, man. All right, now we're going to put the 120s in. See if I find some stuff.
That race last weekend, to your point, Mike, I mean, that is a race that could have been for that 9 car. We'll never know. Speaking of racing that could have been, can these softer tires hold on? Because Bill's coming, he's right on him, Kevin.
Yeah, he's got to hold him off for 9 more laps. And as fast as Christopher Bell is moving in, it makes me think that Logano has kind of lost his way with those soft tires.
But he knew it was coming. Bell is there. And you notice he didn't say he was there. That's the hardest part about this racetrack for spotters. He couldn't tell. Those cars are going away from the spotters down that straightaway, getting into one. Very difficult for a spotter to tell exactly where to
So I still
Yeah, you're trying to spot that car as it's going away from
put my components close to transformers. Used to spread them out a bit, but I decided to go back to aesthetically. It don't really matter where you put them. I try to put them out of my dang way is what I do.
Closing in there just on 70 laps, which is a lot longer than anybody has run these things all weekend long.
If you can access them, that's good.
The same 3 cars are still involved. Back on this lead duo. Looking at Larson in 9th, Berry in 10th, and there's that battle. Ty gets to the inside. Eric Jones, his teammate John underneath there, and
Parts normally go down fairly quick. These painted boxes they slow me down a little bit, and that's okay because it just gives me more time to pay attention to what I'm doing. Going fast is not my strong suit anymore. I used to be able to build boxes like ridiculously fast. And they still look good, but they definitely weren't at this level of my builds. Nowhere near it. They performed great, but as far as my aesthetically looking, not even in the same playing field. At least as far as that's how I look at it. Let's see how brutal this is going to be. I'm going to just try to dive straight into them, see what happens. This paint seeming to be burning pretty good. Turn my heat up a little bit more. Turning the heat up too much burns away all your flux before you get a chance to use it. So it's kind of like welding. You gotta find temperatures that work for your situation. Oh, it's burning beautifully. Beautiful burn.
Cindric's done a nice job keeping his track position after he got it, putting those softer tires on. You see Danny Hamlin way up the racetrack. I used to like running up there as the run would go on. This would allow you to.
A lot of smoke on that one. Puff, puff, fast.
Well, you see some of these cars that are fading right now on the primary tire. When we put these softer tires on and you get to these end of these runs and you see more of these cars on that softer tire, we're really going to get to see some of these cars fall off big time. And who's got their car set up and can take care of their tires for the long run.
Well, I like what you're saying there, and it takes me right back to the point for doing something.
Cool, that went down pretty dang good there. Definitely ain't gonna complain about that one. I'll give this another run, huh? So, if you guys sat through all of this so far, you are some warriors, that's what I can say. I don't even want to be here. Here, if I gotta do it, y'all can do it with me. How's that sound? I don't mind it, I'm just exaggerating it. I am gonna walk over there to my refrigerator. For a homeless guy, I got a refrigerator and everything, so I'm doing good. Grab me a Kona real bit. Grab me a Kona, I think I got one left. Yes, I do, Molly Moo. You got a commercial break interruption brought to you by Kona Big Wave. Aloha. Woo! Oh boy, that tastes good. Here, $20 or I can buy another one. $20 for a 12-pack of Kona beer over here. Believe me, I'm not complaining about it. Happy to be able to get it. Kona Big Wave. Doo-doo. cool. Set this stuff. These boards are just so nice to build over. And you're not looking at the same dig-on one every time. That really makes it nice, but you have to be careful on what you're doing. You have to think about what you're doing. There's really no way to fix or hide it. Even on copper, you can't really fix or hide something that you did wrong. Try. Most guys just don't give a hang, so I don't even know why I'm talking about that. I guess just something, I guess. Don't know. But those installed really nicely, and I get to sync all the output transformers now. Everything's ready to go. Don't have to add any more juice, really. Have more than enough, plenty for the application. Just give it a touch to get her started. That's it. It's just mostly flux. Oh, I get this soldering iron buzzing now, boys. So we'll take and roll the transformers up here next. And this thing will actually start taking a little form on how it should look. There we go. They say booty, booty, booty. All right, then we're all in. Turn her around and we can start rolling these things. So, roll these things up. Take a little bit of time too. 10, 15 minutes. Go. Now we get to roll them up. So, let's see here. What we got going on? Camera here. What's going on, Rudy? How are you? Going off. We headed up there now. Oh, really? Surf at night, bro? Well, boy, there's a whole bunch of YouTube, Facebook guys. We're in here. I can't see who's in here, but more than welcome to lay down some comments, say who you are, say this thing absolutely is terrible and I should quit. Might actually get the monkey on you. All right, well, let's roll this up. Oh, I take my transformers and I do everything on them. Ready to go. Start dropping them through the holes, man. As they said, rolling, 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 rolling. Put this on my way. Get a sip of this. Oh, yeah. All right, here we go. One-handed Sam. Need 3 hands to do this most of the time. Well, you figure good inventive ways to grab a hold of things, I guess. Roll this thing up. That'd be one. Man, I get so used to making those 32. Well, really, that's a lie because you can't never get used to building a 32 pill. You can't never get used to working on them. You can't never used to get. That's not normal, man. That's all I can say. It's not normal. Then there's guys out there, they'll do 64s and 48 and do whatever you like. Send them their money. If it works or not, I don't know. But I draw the line at 32 transistors. After that, man, you really need to consider to go to a starter kit, a 3000, or a couple 3s, or a 6, or a 10, or whatever, man. That guy's begging me, build me a 48, build me a 64. I will not dive into that bad idea. I'm sorry. And if you find somebody that was willing to do it, boy, you better pray. I hope in heaven there is a God that they do it right. I said they got a 95% chance they're not going to. I'm just talking. This don't shrink down anymore, does it? So, anyway, you cut it. Pick your poison. Whatever you decide to do. Remember, no one twisted your arm and said, you've got to get this or you're gonna die. Make your own good or bad decisions on who gets to be the lucky winner for the next year or two of possible problems. Not everybody comes out swinging and working. They don't understand about coax, or they don't understand about standing wave. And boy, I tell you what, I really try to help people that contact me on those issues, but if you don't follow the rules, you end up failing anyway. And then I feel like I just wasted my time because you just flat out just didn't listen to some good advice. So I like to hear the success stories, not so much of, I don't know. It was working and smoke poured out. Those aren't good answers. That's not even a good conversation. You're spending a lot of money on your equipment. I promise you, it's worth taking the 5-10 minutes, or the guy that you wanted to talk to, catch up to him later. It's not worth blowing your equipment up trying to get to somebody that, I got a problem with my box, but I'm going to key it anyway. Ain't nobody worth that. Nope. Nope. They'll be there again tomorrow. Fix your problems. And then proceed with your DXing. That's just a smart guy talking there. Believe me, I do not like to make those phone calls saying, oh, by the way, I bet you did this. Yeah, how'd you know? Amplifier told on you. That's what they do. I have very good relationships with my amplifiers. We have good conversations. Joey Legato. All right. Beautiful. Love it. Do-do-do-do. Looking for some short ones. Why do they all seem like they're the same length? Oh, this ain't cool. Huh. I must have goofed them up. I sure did. They're all the same length. I'm going to have a little bit of waste on this box. Oh, no. I did that right. I built extra. I forgot. These are outputs. I built a whole nother set. So there's not 60 feet in this box. There's 30 feet in this box. So it's not 60 feet in this Teflon. There's 30. It was my bad. I forgot I rolled up an extra set because I have another unit I have to be getting ready. So I figured I'd just get some parts ready. It'd be all right. Little booger stuck under there, ain't you? Get you out. Snap wire. Do-do-do. Put them together, baby.
I think it's like Larry's saying, Mike. It's the distance of the run more than anything. And if we get a caution at the end of this thing, you'll be dead in the water without those red tires.
Daniel Suarez, fine drive inside the top 10. Goes into the spinning cap for the leg. Chip Rodriguez spin.
Well, Mike just updated a couple of cars that stopped there. The 22 car, Joey Logano, and those slowed down. The red option tires on that last run took off a little bit too tight. By the end of that run, though, it didn't come to him.
There you go. Stick it down.
They decided to free the car up just a little bit, and much like all day long, Christopher Bell in the 20 car has been pleased with his car, just a little tight that time on the option tires for the first time with him, but they decided not to change anything. He is always quiet on the radio, very quiet today, Jamie.
Well, hey. There's some solder to those joints.
Thanks, Jamie. Super Bowl your leader from Tyler Reddick, William Byron, Joey Logano, and Josh Berry, who overcame that long pit stop earlier and is now in the top 5. Now, Ty Dillon got the free pass.
So we are
Option tires, so
good ways into this unit. Coming right along, looking great. Almost got everything I wanted to get installed tonight installed. Last couple things should go by fairly fast.
Jones and Ryan Preece. Now, 3 cars took the wave around, so they're on red tires with a lot of laps on them.
Okay.
Is one of those.
That.
Along with Todd Gilliland.
Get this side down.
So, guys, every time we come to Phoenix, you know that the campground's going to be fun. It's going to be wild. I decided to go out and find
Charles Gregg, what's going on, man?
experience. Try to ground in the tailgate kings, kind of in my quest. I found none other than Jimmy Johnson out there. It's kind of surprising.
I don't know about a class, it's just me putting something together. Showed a little bit of how and why, but try to get the important things out to you guys anyway. Oh, man.
Never would have thought that man, that was a competitor, would be out doing hospitality. Did it right, man. Golden Forks, it was insane. They had a professional chef out there who taught us, and don't you think for a second I didn't even play to that food.
You want to ask Chuck if we can just go the race from up there next year? It's hot out there.
I'm retired. I wouldn't mind if he bring that food up here, though.
All right, Christopher Bell will restart inside of Tyler Reddick's Corvette pace car. Heads for good growth when we come green this time.
All these
90 to go.
transformers up.
You got reset here. Not on those reds anymore. You have to reset. Remember how these tires fire off. They're not going to feel near as good.
How long can we go under the green flag? Bell and Reddick, Byron Logano, Barry Blaney, Larson, Hamlin, Busch, Chastain, the top 10. 20 cars on the lead lap as we go back to green.
Teflon wire is very easy to strip. All you gotta do is just pierce the jacket a bit, and it will come right apart. So you want to never scrape Teflon wire, because the smallest little scrape can open up to a huge split, like a piece of glass. It's crazy how it works.
Extremely hard.
Yeah, and these cars are set up way more aggressive than how the running settings would be completely different if you had no power steering. So that's going to be a long day if it's 100% out.
I don't believe we've had a race this year absent power steering issues somewhere in the field.
Now we've had a lot of steering issues. We've seen the seals. We've seen pretty much everything that you could possibly imagine with the racks and everything go wrong. So.
He's doing a hell of a job. He's seen wiggle his tires in, trying to maybe wake the rack up or something if it had air in it. I don't know what he's doing, but I'm telling you, that thing is extremely hard to turn inside that race car if that's the case. William Byron coming back from third, and right behind him on the option tire, that number 60 of Ryan Priest making some noise.
They see him slide up the racetrack right there, but those option tires have so much more grip in them. I didn't know if he was going to give him any room there, but Priest didn't lift.
Make the track any wider, didn't it?
Right around him.
All right. All right, these last two outputs, and we're setting pretty here.
He's out of that option red tire in a bit, so if this thing runs green, he's going to pickle. He has lucked into what a day could have been really, really bad. But if it goes and we have a caution and those option tires get put back on, it's going to be a long run to home, Joey.
Cannot afford to lose any more track position. It'll just keep going.
I don't think I've ever seen anyone run live. I think BBI did some live stuff, but a lot of other people hadn't. Don't know, I don't follow anybody. I don't sit there and scope out everybody's stuff. People send me stuff, but I don't go on all them videos and watch all that mess. I don't have time for it.
Yeah, it's almost hard to keep up with what could happen with everything that's going on with the tires. As you see Aaron Jones on the inside of Joey Logano and making his way towards the front on the softer tire. But this has to play out with this long run here.
I want to go back to what you said with Ty Dillon and the fact that he still hasn't another set yet. That patience and discipline to hold on to those tires is going to be a virtue for that.
All right, this way, we can terminate them. There we go.
If the caution comes out, then everybody puts them on. You're going to be right there with them.
Well, if the caution doesn't come out, it'll be possible that they can make it all the way on.
This is actually going to be,
This is going to be interesting.
box is going to run sideband and AM. You guys going to talk primarily on sideband, I think, but he jumps over to AM from time to time. But it's going to have auto sideband in it, so you don't have to deal with no dang switches. Lord have mercy. I'm sitting here for a few hours doing this. 2 hours. Not bad. 2 hours. I'm trying not to burn my fingers. Couple hours puts you in a good spot. So I built all the transformers one day, made a whole bunch of extras because I have other stuff going on. I spun a whole bunch of combiners up, made extras because I had some other things going on. And that was a little bit of work. Worked on the ugly truck. Looked at a box that should have never got blown up. And here I sit. Here I sit. Looking at you guys. Not bad. You know how those buddies go, Charles? They're all talking about it until they do it. Pull that trigger, man. It's part of it. Let's see here. How do I want to cheat on this one? Don't have my little thingy bob. Stand this up, I guess. Yeah, we'll just cheat. We'll just cheat a little bit. Put my big old belly into it. Put the bias chokes on. Get them out of the way. Get it done. Get it done. I've always stood these on edge to do these. It's just a nicer joint. You can clearly see that you got it set. Or I'd set them on my lap. Woo-wee. B minus, B plus. And he did B plus. I have all the wires for him. Right here. I'm doing B minus. There we go. Wonderful. Well, I am happy to say that we are at this point, at a good stopping point. So I have to yet do my input. I've do my output. I put relay up in there. Feedbacks B plus power wires. In a good spot. Looks good. So there you have it, guys. Thanks for watching. Sorry it wasn't a chatty Susie, but there's only so much things you can say in 2 hours all by yourself. That's a pretty tough one. But I'll give you guys just a little close up. Looks good. Low battery mode. Oh, I picked a good time to take and cut this thing off. Apparently that charger wasn't charging. So there you have it. Commercial break interruption been brought to you by Kona Big Wave Beer IPA. Good stuff. All right, guys, thanks for watching, spending your time with me today. Thanks, Charles. I appreciate it. Hey, listen, if you guys can pick up some tips and it makes your life a little easier if you're building your own stuff or working on a buddy's or whatever. If you're taking somebody's money, man, make sure you're right. So I'll tell you right now, I'm trying not to take anybody else's work because every time I seem to get an amp up there, it's a basket case and I have to rework it. And it's not always the builder's fault, but when I know the story or the history of a box, it does fall down to certain people. So just make wise decisions on whatever you guys decide to do. Y'all take care. God bless. I'm rolling to the left. Thanks for watching. And I think Molly's in my chair. Yes, you are, aren't you? All right. Well, I'm out of here. Y'all take care. God bless. I'm rolling to the left.